and everything is running nicely. Lovely. So, where we left off in the previous session was with the Tuck Abomination boss fight, in which we had a little bit of a situation in that a certain rabbit man had done a massive chunk of this thing's health in a single hit, triggering off one of its panic scripts, alongside the fact that, you know, when Lupus asked the party, or asked Alec and Penton to piss it off, Alec verbally degraded it, and Penton decided to use his veil pool to disguise self and become Fele. So, yeah, there's currently an illusory Felicity Atisa running around. Always fun. And then it had Tamstormed, and we somehow managed to go from the party being at basically full health to my HP tracker for the party basically getting broken because some of the people were low enough that it hit -2%, despite the fact everybody else was alive. Yeah, you know. So during that situation, Astra was called. Lupus sent off a bolt of light into the sky, and Astra was called to help along. And we had ended off the session last time at the end of the Abomination's turn, meaning that I believe Astra and the Abomination had already attacked that turn, or that round. So the rest of the party, that is Alec, Norlan, Alice, Sarak, Xanis, Kay, Penton, Arolas, Gelda, who's currently on the floor, Milo, Uzok, and Mira, plus the Guildmaster left to attack. So, So, do any of the party have issues with Norlan and Sarak jumping ahead of the queue?
No, perfectly fine.
That's alright.
Okay, so Norlan, having not really done much during this fight and trying to keep himself ready for when he needs to cover his allies, gets bored of waiting for this thing to actually attack him after seeing Penton's much more successful attempt at agitating this thing. And with the 5 actions he has held, plus this current round, he is going to first use his bonus action to use his draw ability. Oh my god. I should really have put my dice like in front of me. And with this draw, he pulls... What's the freaking card for this? With the draw, he pulls the arrow, using this on Kay, who I do believe is within range. I'm now going to double check because I'm doubting myself. Then again, what's new? Yes, so uses the arrow on Kay to give her +3 to hit. And then, rather than making you sit around and wait for me to roll out a bunch of dice, I pre-rolled all of the hits. So Norlan's used his war fan to attack this thing many times over. And the total damage... Oh god. And the total damage that he's dealt during the many war fan attacks. I was going to count how many there are, but I can't be asked. Classic DM. With he basically unleashes a flurry of fan attacks on this thing, dealing a grand total of 1,258 damage, which is a mixture of holy and slashing, if memory serves correctly. I don't know why I need to look this up, because I know what it is. Yeah, slashing. I should stop doubting myself. Numbers... There we go. That is the end of Norlan's turn, which Sarak is immediately going to jump in there. Alright. Hold on. You are done. You are not done. Okay. Sarak is immediately going to jump in there and just having watched Norlan just back the crap out of this thing with his fan, Having watched Nolan basically bat the crap out of this thing, he decides, hey, I'm gonna do the same thing. Rolling a 79 to hit, doing 66 points of damage. And because Nolan has already attacked this big chungus of an abomination, it triggers off the Sarak's one of the effects on Sarak's auric fan, where Sarak is going to set the saving throw's intelligence, and the abomination. How the fuck? The abomination fails its save, meaning that all of the abomination's resistances are gone for the next round. So its numerical resistances are non-existent.
Oh my god, let's go!
Keep in mind, it still has its halves and immunities and absorptions, yada yada yada. It's just that lovely column that says resistances is now non-existent. So minus 66 from the fan attack. Sarak is then going to follow up this rather successful roll by casting Water 4 twice. The first one rolling a 62, which is a nat 20 on the dice, doing 236 water damage, which is hitting a weakness as the bunny man worked with the wolf man to twin cast and inflict this thing with Imperil. If you guys need a reminder as to what the element this thing is imperiled to, give me 2 seconds and I will send this to the chat. So
Yes, please.
These are the debuffs it currently has active that you are aware of. Bonk.
Barely stable, same.
Relatable. Stress. Yeah. Anyway. And the second Water 4 was a 60 to hit that did 120 points of damage, so minus 8 because, yes, pick the right thing with this. Come on. Also, I apologise in advance to anybody watching. You probably will hear fireworks going off in the background because it is that time of year. Always a fun time.
Boom.
Okay, so whoever wants to jump in first. Unless you want me to rattle off the rest of the NPC ally turns, I'm more than happy to do that.
I've planned out my whole turn, so I can go first. Only one thing I've forgotten about, because I'm so unused to using spells, or at least using attack spells, is that you roll to hit with a lot of them.
Yes.
And I realise the one that I uses Dex save, which will probably save, so it's probably going to be, the damage for this bit's wrong. So I guess I'll roll out the damage for this bit. I've got everything else calculated, so. Okay, so for his first action, Fenton has been haste-cured, he's got Greater Quicken, so I have a total of 10 actions. Holy shit. As a free action, I'm going to call it Unfele.
Okay.
By using a free action to remove my disguised self and return to being a rabbit, rather than being a object of trauma.
Wow.
I'm then going to move my feeties quite the way. Where was it exactly? All the way out in here. A bit further. About 90 feet-ish from where I was.
Yep.
So I am out of a 60-foot radius from the party. I'm then going to use double cast as an action to cast Slice 2 twice.
Yep.
This one's not a roll to hit, but it is a Dex save.
A Dex save. What is the DC, please?
The DC will be Great Shadow Elemental's DC, so the Dex save DC will be 59.
That is a 55 and a 70.
Shit.
So the first one failed because it was a 55. The second one was a 70. So the second one it succeeded. The first one it failed.
Okay, so the second one it succeeded. So it takes 142 damage from the first one. Wind damage.
Was that half? No, sorry, it's the second one that's half, isn't it? Ignore me. Yep. And then the second one.
That's half.
Did you roll? Did you work out your numbers with this thing's resistance still intact?
No.
No. Okay, that's fine.
So it'll be 65 damage on the second one.
65. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And now, did that trigger off its counter spell ability that it has?
Yes, I was literally about to ask you. Can you please make me a friggin' dexterity saving throw, please? It's a magical dex save as the abomination casts Ultima on you as part of its counter magic ability. You are
108.
only one being targeted. 108. That's a success. So I need to click on you, remove that, make a note that it has counter move, counter mag, lol no. That's a B, not an N. Nailed it. Alright, please continue.
Having done the ha-ha funny all over this thing's face, shall then use the obscene amount of movement speed that I have, which is about 230 feet in total,
Yep.
to move all the way back to melee range. At which point I will use Moment of Greatness as my second action.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will make a sword cane attack using my even the odds rolls to make it a crit.
Yep.
Taking a 17.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing in total 747 damage.
747 damage. Okay. It's been applied.
And then, so I've popped off Moment of Greatness. I'm going to reapply Moment of Greatness.
Okay.
Then use another sword cane attack. Again, using even the odds as a free action to take an 18 for it, which is another crit.
Uh-huh.
Dealing a total for that one of 747 damage.
747.
Wait, that was the first one. Shit. No,
Okay.
sorry, it's 735.
735.
Yep.
It's been applied.
Then Moment of Greatness again.
Yep.
I rolled a 16 for it, so it's still a crit.
Uh-huh.
Didn't use even the odds this time. Used up my reaction to re-roll it, because it was originally a 3. So that's 735 damage again.
Mm-hmm.
Moment of Greatness one more time.
Mm-hmm.
With a sword cane attack, I rolled a 3, which is at a 66 to hit.
66 hits.
I did triple or nothing, said odd. It came out as 735. Sorry, 735? Sorry, 741, which is odd.
Uh-huh. So how much damage is the total, please?
Oh, sorry, shit, no. Confused. I didn't
Nailed
write
it.
down the actual number to prove that
Nailed
it was
it.
odd. Hang on.
Well done.
So it's the one that's... It's, oh, sorry, it was 247 was the actual roll for it, which is odd.
Yep.
Which then multiplied
Mm-hmm.
by 3 because it's triple or nothing, it was odd.
Yep.
741 damage on that one.
741. Okay.
With one action left, I am going to be a little bitch and use Barrier of Terror
Okay.
for 40 MP gone.
Please make sure to update your token as appropriate. Oh, right. Brain cells, please.
And that is my whole turn.
Okay. Does anybody mind if Kay jumps in on this?
That's fine.
Okay, so Kay's turn. The quickest turn you are ever about to see. She dual casts Full Cure on Sarek and Milo, then proceeds to do the same thing again, targeting Gelda and Aurelus by friggin' far too much MP. So that's full HP to Sarek, Milo, Gelda, and Aurelus. Meaning Gelda is not T-posing on the floor anymore. Although,
Sad. What?
fucking relatable. This character that was supposed to be a DPS has been about as much DPS usage as a friggin' wooden pole. I will not be rushing my character build in future because, oh my god, I have never seen something more abysmal. This is when you know that the DM has a metaphorical hate boner for a character because they realize that they fucked up. on a sheet, and then proceeded to hold that grudge against the sheet for no reason.
By the way, I don't know if anyone's actually used their moment of greatnesses that I've put up yet, but now Nolan, Uzok, Sarek, Xanis, Milo, and not Alice is on the floor. All have,
No,
moment of
Alice is still conscious. Remember, living dead, living
Oh,
break
well,
is still active.
Okay, and Alice have moment of greatness.
E.
You've been mocked.
You've been mogged. Kay will then end her turn by using her last action, thanks to the joys of haste, to dual cast Radiance 2. The first one is a 51 to hit, and does 302 damage. The second one is a 66 to hit, that does 258 damage. With a grand total of 560 holy damage. And that will basically re-extend its barely stable back up to 8 rounds if it's not already dropped to that, but I'm assuming it hasn't because brain cells. Anybody want to jump in?
My name is Milo.
Hello, Milo.
Hi, Milo.
Milo. Milo will use his action to disengage and move away.
Okay.
And then, for his second action, can you guess?
Bang.
Pew pew.
Yeah.
That's a, what the fuck? That's a
Ooh.
that's a 46 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Time to find the maths. Remove the brackets because yes. That's 265.
Yeah,
Piercing.
damage. Okay. 2, 6.
Yeah.
Done.
And then for my third action,
Yes.
I pew.
Bang.
I'm sad. That is a 50 to hit. Still not a
hits.
crit.
Oh no.
It's 290 piercing damage.
Yep, it's been applied.
For my fourth action, I shoot.
And hey.
That is a crit. And that's 60 to hit. Time to
Re-add the
add
brackets.
the brackets. Boom, 748.
Damn. Yep, it's been applied.
And then, for my final action, I shoot it one last time.
Come on, crit.
Oh, no! Hi, Penton!
Yeah, that's gonna misfire, and that is going to. I'm gonna roll dice for that.
If that misfires, then this is the best timed barrier of terror I could have possibly done.
Even or odd? What you feeling?
Odd.
Odd. Well, that's an even, so can you roll the damage? That's gonna hit Nolan.
Okay.
Wait, hang on a minute.
Wait,
What's the
Rude
hit?
attack abomination.
Wait, hang on a minute. No, because the Tuck Abomination is not. It's occupying that space, but it is not. It's not a cube. It's not.
Shot when it
I'm
lands.
sorry, no.
What was the? Hang on, wait.
Why?
What was the roll to hit? What was the roll to hit? What was the roll to hit?
The roll to hit was 43. Total.
Okay, never mind. Nolan is fine
Okay,
because his AC.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was having a moment where I was like, wait, did I take the Ring of Masochism off him? Ah, shit, wait.
I'm glad about that because my fucking roll 20 decided, you know what? Here's 3 12s, 4 6s,
Jesus
also 1
Christ.
2 3 4 5 6 7
Is that
8
ones?
ones
Just a few.
to a total of not a crit, but 302 damage.
Ooh, well, Nolan just escaped quite luckily because that would have transferred over to Lupus, and that definitely wouldn't have T-boned what I spent far too long planning. Okay, so Milo, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Good luck.
So I'm gonna be a very silly man here. Xanis is gonna jump in and, using spell combat with the gunblade in hand, he is going to make 3 attacks with the Gunblade. Each one of those will be paired with Chain Lightning. So, Biff Property. Yep. It succeeds. I think it's all 3. I think it succeeds all 3 dex saves. So it's minus 18 MP from you. And the Abomination is. Xanus is then going to finish this off. Finish his turn with holding the Gunblade in both hands and using a trigger attack, which crits. And across the attacks he has made, he has dealt a grand total of 1,120 points of damage. And that is the end of Xanus' turn. It's sad how long I spent calculating all of this. Alec.
Bloody hell.
The remaining people to act for this turn are Alec, Alice, Aurola's
Can I
Jeremy, Izok,
go?
and Mira. Go for it.
Yay. Okay, so I'd like to cast Transfer Hurts Hostile.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 40.
To hit.
Yeah.
40 does not hit.
You're
4-0.
3 off its AC.
That's 3 off its AC. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'll roll again. I rolled really low. Okay, this one will hit. Well, let me just do some maths. 49.
49 hits.
Great. I've got 49, and I'll roll again. Do it again. Wait, it does take the damage, right? 50 points of damage.
Yeah, because it's not. It's
Great.
not it's not an assigned element as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, it's not a like specific spell like damage. It's literally just flat damage. Well, I just suck the HP back into my body,
Yeah.
which is kind of gross if you think about it.
Yeah. Kind
Okay.
of.
Oh, I rolled literally the same thing again. 49.
Okay, so 50 damage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I have 4 actions or 5.
Let me check. If I'm right, you have regular haste. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. 'Cause I don't
Yeah, I
recall.
do. No, I have regular haste.
Okay.
Cool. And then I rolled a 53. Woo!
That's
So
the
that's-
same spell, yeah?
4 actions. Yeah, same spell for all of them.
Okay.
So that's 4 actions, and I have 5 in total, right?
Yes.
I want to say.
Yeah. Because 4 plus 1 from
Oh.
haste.
And that one misses. And that one fails. So that's very sly.
Oh,
So we got,
jeez.
yeah, so 3 succeeded.
3 succeeded, so it should be like 150.
Let me just look.
I think.
Yeah,
Do you remember to take the 20?
Yeah.
The 20 health
I'll
off
just-
from Darkside as well.
the Wi-Fi decides to work. Yeah, and minus 20 for my dark side, yeah.
Okay.
And let me see, do I want to do anything else? When the sorcerer takes HP damage for a natural attack, melee weapon, or ranged weapon, nah, that's not happening. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
Play!
Okay, so this is really funny because one of these things that has happened. So if I'm correct, everybody has Moment of Greatness right now, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh boy, that means I need to change anything.
Everybody but me.
Do we? Do I have Moment of Greatness?
As far as I'm aware.
I
Cool. I'll write that
haven't used
down
it.
so I remember.
Up 150 feet of Penton.
Oh, that means I need to change what this person's doing with their turn. Okay, so, upon suddenly realizing that something I had planned is not going to work the way I thought it would, I'm going to jump in with a Rolus, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Aurelus is going to use his first action to cast Bestow Grace on Alec. So for the next 20 hours, you gain a bonus to all of your saving throws equal to your Charisma mod. It's basically add your Charisma mod to all of your saving throws. fact, 2 MP. Let's check if Aurelius has that particular ring. The second one, second action, action 2, Aurelius is going to cast Shelra 4, meaning that everybody. That's 1, 2, 3? Yeah. So, for the next. Oh, fucking hell. Why have I not set up my tabs properly? So everybody that's currently in that bubble that I'm holding, for the next 20 minutes, you will have +8 spell saves. So that is Kay, Aurelius, Alec, Mira, Ashra, Gelda, and Alice. Everybody in that bubble. So, yeah. Do you want me to hold that bubble there while somebody makes note of it, or am I going to move along? Okay. Moving swiftly onwards to the next thing, because I'm brain selling. Aurelius is going to end his turn by casting Moment of Prescience on himself. And can be seen visibly bracing for what is to come.
Oh boy.
Oh, right, that's going to be taken out of context because my voice decided to take on that weird whine at the end. Gotta love being sick. T-poses.
I didn't hear any mine.
Okay, it was just me that heard it then.
Yep.
My voice trailed off at the end. Okay, right. Alec, do you want to jump in?
Yep.
Keep in mind you do also have you have an additional 2 actions that you held from earlier. So I'm assuming that's the round
Sick.
before.
Okay, extra 2 actions. Alright, well, I already rolled for the time stop, and I got a 3, so I have 4 turns. Alright, I'm casting time stop. Okay. Then... What? How much is like 15 feet radius, right? Yeah.
I
So
believe
if I put it right here. Oh yeah, yep, he's way bigger than 15 feet. Yeah, this is gonna be fine. Okay, well, let me actually check if it's alright. I'll try and be quick.
That's fine.
There it is. Target's in a 15 feet radius. Yep. Cool. It's a dex save for each radius. Okay, D6 time. 3 comets.
Can you please tell me what the DC I'm rolling for is? Because I'm imagining you're probably going to drop a
Ooh.
lot of these comets, so I'm just going to...
6th level. Yeah, that's a good idea. 6th level. DC 48. Not very high.
48. Okay, so... what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a roll, and I'm going to lower the number on it, and we're just going to apply that to the lot. Because, yeah. Oh, never mind, it's a nat 1, so... brain cells, please.
Okay. I still have that plus 60 for magical damage. Does that
Yes.
apply to each comet or
Yes.
just the spell?
It applies
Each
to
comet.
Each comet, yes, that is how faith...
Each comet.
That's how faith works, yes. Every single
Each
projectile...
comet.
Yep, each comet. Each projectile
Holy shit.
is given that faith bonus.
Okay, 4d8 plus my int mod, which right now is 23. Plus... I'm obviously doing this in Roll20.
Understandable.
Roll... Wait, I'm doing it 3 times. Math. Where's my calculator? I found it. I was doing a problem set yesterday, so it's very close to me.
Understandable.
So it's 23 plus 60 is 83 for each one. So 83 times 3 is 249.
It's 249 damage total.
No, that's just the addition.
Okay. Okay. Just toss the number at me
So
once it's done.
first Comitra is 269, and it's half
Half earth, half ice.
half
So...
earth, half ice. It doesn't have any of the resistances right now, does it?
No, it's weak to ice because of the imperil.
It's weak to ice. Yes. Do you want me to do the maths with my fancy
100
calculator?
The 134.5s, one of them, we'll say, one of them's 135, so 270, 400, and we'll say 405, I believe?
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
Okay.
405.
That's one Comitra. How much MP do I have? Sorry, I'm all over the place. I should have prepared this better. I have max. Cool. That's one Comitra. Second Comitra. Oh boy. Guess what? It's a 6.
Hey,
Okay, 6
nice.
comets. Are you gonna re-roll the deck save?
I will just continue with the nat one, so I'm not rolling like 6 dice.
Okay, 4. Oh wait, I didn't do the... Never mind, it's fine. 83 times 6. 400. Okay. 4 times 6 is 24. 24d8 plus 498.
Damn.
618.
618, so divide that by 2, 309? So 627, 927. Okay. It's been done.
Alright, next Comitra. That's only a 2. 8d8 plus 166. Oh, right. Did you say you were re-rolling the deck
Nope.
save or not?
I'm taking
No,
I'm taking
okay,
the nat
cool.
one because it's either that or everything gets halved because it'll probably succeed.
Okay.
DM knowledge.
197.
So friggin' brain cells, please. 45, 95, 98.5. So round that up to 90. Friggin' one man. Hold on. So 296. Yep. Been played.
Fourth one. 3. Okay. Roll 12d8 plus 83 times 3 is 249. 311.
So 106. Sorry, fucking 156. So 467. God, look at me managing to do maths without freaking. Oh my god, this is the best.
Do you wanna multiply all that by 4, or do you just, or am I gonna go through all 4 turns?
If you want, you can just bulk roll them. You can bulk roll them together. So, like one turn's comet res, put them together, and so on.
Oh, I'll just roll it and add the Cometras together and then do... Yeah, that makes sense. I'll just roll a d6 12 times and then just count it. Okay. 1, 5... 6, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. So many threes. I'm getting a new D6. 32. 31. No, 33. Didn't go down. 38. Okay, 38 comets.
Bloody hell. Is that across
38
all 4
times
turns?
4. Is that's the rest of the turns. So
Jesus.
3 more turns. 100. Can it handle this many dice? 150
Yeah,
for
it can handle some pretty stupid numbers.
152 d8 plus 83 times. Oh fuck! What was the number? 152 divided by 4. It was 38. Okay,
Yeah.
38 times 83. 3,154. Jesus.
Okay. I'm gonna need
3,790.
half of which is going to be ice, so I'm not gonna use my brain here. 1895, 1895, 1895, which is a grand total of 5,685 damage.
Ooh, look at that.
And
health
then
bar.
Time
Prison.
stop ends. Wait. Fuck. MP. Hang on a second.
Please
How many
roll
commentaries have I
gently.
done? 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 16. 90. Yeah, I'm fine. And then I've still got, because I had those 2 actions from last turn, and I've still got 3 more actions, so that's 5 actions. And you know what I'm going to do with them?
Comet.
Yeah, I'm going to do some more commentaries. I'll just do the same thing where I roll the commentaries all at once.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 7. I can't add 7 and 5. Fuck. 12. 12. 17. 20.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Roll 20 times 4, 80. 80 d8
Uh-huh.
plus 20 times 83. 1,660. 2007.
2007 total. Oh shit,
Yep.
right, hang on.
Good year.
Come on.
2007. Oh wait now. Which is 1004.
I'm watching that HB bar.
Which is bonk. As
How
you,
much?
as the comets drop down upon it, the smoke clears from the impact. Make sure you remove your MP, please.
Yes. Let me just do the maths. I've written it all down, so it's fine. Time. $135.
Okay. You good?
Yeah, I'm. Please. There we
Okay.
go.
Alec, don't look in the chat. Don't look in the chat.
Why? What have I done?
Don't worry about it.
So,
What have I done?
as the smoke clears, you notice that this thing is still standing, and the wings upon its back seem
No.
to change from that like shifting purplish red hue. It starts shifting from that to an almost dark, like palish green color, and from its vocals, you get to hear the rather unpleasant crunching sound as it speaks the words, "So this is my ending." And its fast healing and mana repair abilities have now shut off for the next number of rounds, and it now has Hasture active. It also begins to whatever's giving this phantasmal energy, creating its wings. Whatever's causing that color change, you watch its body begin to absorb some sort of energy, either from what's within it or from outside of it. I'm gonna watch so many people scream in terror in a minute. As it starts restoring its strength.
What
Wait,
the
surely it
fuck?
can't restore itself because I'm standing next to it.
Yeah, it's not a spell or ability.
Oh, god damn it.
So, the next, it will not attack until next round, 'cause it's already done. But bear in mind, for whoever wants to keep note of it and internally scream, it now has Hasture for the next 4 rounds.
You were doing so well, though.
I did so much damage.
You're doing so much damage and worked so well as a team. And then I just went, nah.
For the record, this will be its last phase ability. So,
Wait, it's not restored. Oh my god.
Look at all
I
that
look back at the fucking
hell.
roll 20. What?
so Gelda, seeing things are going a bit pear-shaped,
Go on, Jelda.
proceeds to dual cast Polar Ray twice, critting it on the first one, and then hitting the rest of them. The 66 is the crit, 51, 53, and 55, dealing a grand total of 1,164 ice damage. And that is pretty much Gelda's whole turn, because he's just gotten off the floor.
Nice one, Jelda.
Yuzok is then going to follow this up by doing his good old knuckle crunch and smashing this thing around the head, around the ankle, I guess, with his great axe multiple times, doing a grand total of 876 damage. The last person to act on this current round before the good old Guildmaster stops holding his actions and actually contributes something useful. Mira. It is you.
Hello. Oh man, I'm gonna have to actually do this, aren't I? Basically, what I've done is I've casted Flood Tomb and Quake 2 4 times each.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing I did with Mira whilst you were off last session.
Yeah. So, can you just minus like 1.6k and then we'll just go ahead? Yep, cool.
What can you tell me what the actual number is? 1.6 something something.
I basically have just averaged it out as 200 per hit because it's more or less that.
Okay.
If anything, I'm under damaging, so just do 1.6, please. No, let me
Okay.
sleep. Thank you.
Understandable.
Good
Right.
night.
So, the Guildmaster looks over to Astra, and whilst it's not spoken aloud, because smiles in telepathy, grinning, one might say. Where is it? Sorry, I'm trying to find the thing.
Grins and telepathy smiling.
Bruh. Oh my god, why can't I find it? The one time I want to find the thing that I'm looking for and I can't find it. That. There we go. Fucking hell. So. And through the telepathy, you can hear Lupus's voice, Astra, very kindly asking you to effectively make sure that if he can't take the thing out, to not let him get shredded. And this is incredibly confusing to you, because it's like, well, hang on a minute. Something's a bit sus.
Lupus die.
Oh, God. Okay, so if you guys wanna go on a little train ride, Lupus's token is to the northwest of the abomination, and you're gonna get to watch something very interesting. So Lupus, standing where he is, clicks his neck, and now I get to unleash the thing I very much spent far too much time on. This took me an hour and a half to learn. So, Lupus is going to start off using his first bonus action to trigger Army of One. So, you get to watch a bunch of pointy crystals just stab their way on out of the Guildmaster. And the duration of that will last for a delicious... I should have rolled this beforehand. No, that's the wrong dice. Lupus. Will last for the next 12 rounds. Fucking hell. Okay. There's no point in me keeping track of this, but... brain cells, please. This is then followed by Lupus using his second bonus action. Actually, wait, hang on. Lupus is then going to move, making his way downtown, moving fast, I guess. It's going to move down here. So now he's next to the abomination. And is going to use his accelerated rune ability to cast use the bewildering steam rune as a bonus action, spending 80 MP on that and 240 HP. I cannot wait to watch Astra have a heart attack. This is then followed by the accelerated rune situation twice, casting Sisterly Amusement. Rolling an odd for the first one and an even for the second. So, for the next... Oh, fucking god. I need to make better notes. So, for the next 30 rounds, the Abomination is inflicted with Imperil to all 8 elements, that's fire, ice, lightning, wind, water, earth, holy, and shadow. Has D-Shell 5. Has its elemental resistances and immunities completely negated. And must now use its non-magical save bonuses for everything. It also now has all of its physical resistances and immunities removed, is now weak to physical damage, and is inflicted with D-Protect 5 and Meltdown. Don't worry, you don't need to keep notes of this. This thing is probably going to get clicked.
You fucking better.
So that's another 80 MP across both uses, and another casual 240 health gone. Lupus is then going to use 2 more accelerated runes for Bravery 2 and Faith 2, which is another minus 240 HP and minus 80 MP across both things. Hey Astra, just watch. Oh, I'm laughing, but I'm in physical pain right now, both in and out of character. As Lupus then proceeds to use his first action to use a rune fusion, combining Runic Safeguard with Motherly Love, and using one of his passives to spend HP on this instead of MP, taking just a casual just a casual 3,150 health
Jesus.
lost. So everybody that is not Lupus now has Runic Safeguard. Where's the number? Where's the number? Where's the number? Other thing, where is it? I forgot to keep track of what your last attacks were, but if you dealt physical damage with your last attack, you now have Bravery. That's a plus 37 bonus. If you use the magic attack last, it's a plus to your magic healing damage, fast healing, whatever. There's no point in me keeping track of this because it's literally gonna conclude. Lupus then follows this up with using his limit break for dual spell casting. Sorry, I'm gonna rattle this off as quickly as I can. Lupus then follows this with the Ice Wolf Bite sword skill, critting within the steam cloud and doing an unnecessarily large amount of damage. Why didn't I keep something nearby to calculate this with? Dealing a grand total of 5.52k piercing and ice damage. Which this is boosted with a responsive rune, which is runic amplification. Sorry, I'm reading this in a bottom down list that's rearranged in the wrong order. This is then followed with the oh my god. This is so 643 MP. Responsive rune, that's minus 20. 60. Don't question how low my health is. Lupus then follows this up with a responsive rune, full cure. Oh my god. And then followed by a delay rune for the AoE runic safeguard that's on everyone.
A delay rune?
So the runic safeguard rune on all of you will be delayed until a trigger point that Lupus has set, which is now going to terrify the shit out of everybody as you watch my HP and MP drop once more.
Yeah.
My guy.
Why do you do this to yourself?
Because I like giving people heart attacks. This is a joke. Or is it?
Ha ha ha.
Your life is not a
Anyway.
joke, Lupus.
I mean, to some people it is. Smiley face.
Bruh.
Oh, right. I calculated this the wrong way around. Because the runic amp is supposed to come first. So that should be 25. Lupus is then going to follow this with an accelerated rune, Holy Water, last bonus action, so 200 health for that. Cheese. This is then followed with the Fleck 2, and then the last action, just combining my remaining reactions to use a runic dual cast, fusing 4 spells together, and then also casting 2 sets of healing spells. So I should only have... So using HP to fuel a lot of these spells, because why not? So... And then 261, 262. Okay. As Lupus proceeds to use the Spell Fusion, whatever, to cast Radiant Burst 3 and Ardor 2, alongside abusing the joy that is the Red Mage Limit Break to cast Cure 3 twice, leaving him on, well, the friggin'... Oh, wait. Who was it? Who was it last time that saw the special thing that Mace pulled right at the end? It was Alec, wasn't it?
I think so.
Tits. Does anybody want to make an Arcana check as something spicy happens? You may all roll the Arcana check if you so wish.
I was Arcana.
Oh, let's go.
Does Astral roll?
Yeah. Everybody can roll if they so wish. Oh my god, okay. So, after nearly ending my existence,
Twice.
twice. I don't even know if my numbers are, like, correct. I may be under, still, massively. Yes, Alec, are you back now?
Hello, I've returned.
Hello, can you make can you make a history check? Everybody else is making Arcana checks. For you specifically, it'll be a history check. You'll have advantage.
Aww. I'm so good at Arcana. Oh, I have advantage. That's cool. Do I still have Mog?
I would assume so, yes. I believe everybody has Mog.
Excellent. Advantage and Mog. What could go wrong? Ha ha ha.
Shut.
Oh, okay. Wasn't that bad. History. So it's doubled. So plus 46. Using my calculator. 61.
Okay. Who made Arcana checks? Can I please take your results?
Yeah.
Okay, so is that for both Astra and Milo? Astra.
Milo rolled a 16 total. Astra got a 65.
Okay. Alec, yours was a 61, wasn't it?
1.
Okay.
61.
Anybody else
I
roll Arcana
rolled-
checks? Oh, hello.
I rolled a 41.
56.
And what
Oh,
did you
sorry.
roll? What did you roll, Alice?
41.
41. Okay. Penton?
I did not roll one.
Okay. Well, Milo did not succeed. I mean, it was a 16. So. But for Alec, you recognize this rune that triggers around the abomination as the desecrated endurance rune that cock blocked you from taking out Mace last time.
No!
And for Astra, Alice, and Mira, you recognize this rune as something not only something that is, from the great sages, if you will. It's a family tree specific heirloom, judging by the characters on it. But also, that shit's just annoying. But it's reduced down to 1 health. So reset turn order because yes. So Astra, you are at the top of the initiative,
Hi.
and
So,
you also have greater
did-
quicken.
Yes. What does that do again?
Basically, you have 2 rounds worth of actions right now.
You said it has 1 HP.
Yes.
Well, one might say I dual cast A2. One. Sorry, first thing. I dual cast 1 full cure on Lupus.
Thank you.
And then, time to find the spell. The second one, I've scrolled past it. Still not it. Fuck, where am I?
Somewhere
No.
over the rainbow.
Bright 2.
Yes.
Obviously, on the abomination, could you make me a dex save? That is a. Where's the DC? 90?
No, because it physically can't succeed that, because it's not stabilized.
Nice! There. Shit, I forgot 15. D8 plus. Wrong sheet. $94. And then because reasons, buff debuff tracker, I can't. My brain. Plus another 50 because auto. Faith. And then fucking what was the thing? It was add my wisdom modifier to holy spells. That'd be a 39. Does that all get multiplied by 2.5 because weapon?
Yes.
Because all of it. Nice. Times 2.5.
Round it up to see a decimal.
413 holy damage.
So, the abomination begins to break up into these ashen-colored pieces. However, you hear this garbled tone come from its voice, and you manage to make out the word calamity.
Calamity.
As a rune spreads across the ground, and these three massive spheres of magical energy drop from the sky.
What?
Well, that's unfortunate.
So this is going to be interesting because you two are like right next to each other.
The runic safeguards are still up, aren't they?
1, 2, yeah. So yeah, everybody that isn't Milo needs to make 3 dex saves. 3 magical dex saves.
Okay, I'm pretty good at dex
specific?
saves.
No, it is not.
Okay.
3
Wait,
magical dex
D20
saves.
plus.
3 magical dex saves, okay.
I'm just picturing Astra like, yes.
Hey, one of them is a nat 20.
Hey! I'm imagining Astra
One of
singing
mine's
this
a nat
song.
1, but I have
Oh.
advantage. I have advantage on dex, like
Okay.
always. And also add charisma bonus to more saving throws and 8 to spell saves, so that's... Fuck. What's my charisma? Charisma? Charisma?
Charisma is my favourite
Charisma.
stat.
Charisma.
Charisma.
17. Okay, 17 and 8 and... Oh, I don't know.
Dude, it's so not a word that Google shows nothing when you Google it. I got 2,600 results and they're all someone's Instagram.
Okay, it's plus 75,
I mean,
so I got...
Lupus, let's be honest, someone had to do it.
True. Okay, so
One of them's an
everybody-
nat 20. No,
Oh,
man,
shit,
20.
I need to take a couple of seconds to
Oh wait, haste that gives you plus
plus
2.
2, yes.
Oh yeah, it does. Let me
know-
just
You know what's really funny?
I don't have that.
I haven't rolled most of these bonuses, so you guys are gonna get to
no.
find out who succeeded alongside me, because I'm just putting their bonuses down.
Ah,
Do we have any bonuses?
You are like
Maybe. Maybe not.
who's double?
There's a plus 8 to spell saves, by the way.
Yeah, you do have that plus 8 to spell saves.
Oh.
Okay.
And boom, that's what I got.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm being slow because my brain cells aren't processing as fast as
Oh, do I
normal.
have evasion? I surely have evasion. I hope I have evasion.
So I will correct what's incorrect with that statement in a moment. but
I
I
have
don't
mentioned.
know why.
because it will make sense in a moment. Trust me. Trust me.
No,
I'm currently trying to get numbers. Note to self: next time I do like 3 hours worth of prep, make sure I've actually got everything prepped, because 90% of it's just not done.
Right, today, how many times have I thought, oh, it's over now? Like,
Because
times.
I know, and I apologize,
can
but
we
I'm
say?
not sorry. Okay, Astra, what did you roll?
So 174, 169, 188.
Okay.
I know.
Fail. No.
Because for context, as to why I'm going to correct that statement, the Calamity Rune ignores the evasion ability entirely.
Oh
It's-
That
man,
makes me sad.
that makes me so sad.
I'm assuming improved evasion as well.
Yep. So it's that tree of abilities. Okay,
Write down
so-
calamity to learn later.
Milo watching this from a distance, just watching us.
Just watching
everyone
everyone
just-
explodes.
Milo's just gonna be like,
Uh-oh.
oh no.
Alec.
Actually, I'll be fine because I have runic safeguard.
Lupus won't be.
Am I ever?
No.
True.
As long as he's not
That's-
vaporized.
I wish I could be vaporized. You have no idea.
Which-
Numbers.
Did
Okay.
I failed, didn't I?
Alec, what did you roll?
83, 97, 96.
Okay. Roland. Same thing.
Roland.
Alice.
Dean.
Okay. You cut out a little bit there, but I've also seen
Sorry,
it
I
as
put
chat.
them in chat as well, so
Yeah.
yeah, my Wi-Fi is like poo.
Don't worry about it. Wow, for one time. Oh, is Kay within range of somebody who can. Maybe? Oh, right, wait, hang on a minute. She has Mog. For that one. That's also 18, 17, and 20. So that plus the bonuses she's currently got. Yeah, she's fine. Penton.
138, 122, 121.
Yes. Arolos is miraculously fine. Thank God I put Shower up. Gelda's fine. Milo didn't roll because lucky bastards outside the ring. Yuzak is surprisingly fine. Mira, what did you roll?
65, 63, and 60.
Okay. So now,
Fail.
give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna let you guys just enjoy the theoretical dread while I grab a number calculator thing.
The DC was 2087. You all failed.
Professional. You forget half your freaking toolkit. Despite the fact you spent an obnoxiously long. Okay, so everybody succeeded every single save. Woo!
Huh. Huh.
That's 3 successful saves for all of the people that are present. So
Even Gelda?
I know, even Gelda. Fun fact.
Even fucking Gelda.
Fun fact: the person with the lowest dexterity saved a dex bonus to. The person with the lowest bonus to dex saves is actually Kay with a +20.
Aww.
So,
Baby.
You'll be ripping on Gelda a lot. Gelda's not enough
A
of you.
plus 20.
I mean,
You're not saving anything.
Yeah, he's done not much. Yeah, that's part of the
2,
problem.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So then. Okay, so you remember how I said that runic safeguard was delayed until something happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. So the runics, as you're watching these massive spheres of powerful magical energy drop down. I'm gonna narrate this from Milo's perspective because this is really funny. So Milo, you watch the abomination vanish into dust, and then as these spheres impact, they explode. And for a moment, it looks like your allies and friends have been basically vaporized alongside it. And then you see the smoke clear, and everybody is standing, apart from the Guildmaster, because that runic safeguard triggered as the impact occurred, meaning none of you took the damage from that rune, as it was all transferred over to the Guildmaster, who has taken despite the fact that everybody saved, has taken a casual 9,360 non-elemental damage, and is currently on the floor. Congratulations,
Yeah, that's fine.
the fight is
Is he
over.
unconscious or dead?
Well, about that. You remember I said earlier that Lupus had put up the holy water rune?
No.
Let me roll the dice. Sorry, it was one of the accelerated runes I may have skipped over. But
No,
Lupus...
Actually, no. You did say it. I just have no idea what it does.
Okay, well I'll read it for you because it was the Astra Diana crystal combo from the previous campaign, which the effect that applies here is that it gives auto raise for the remainder of the encounter or until triggered. So Lupus is currently on 2 health.
Nice.
But the fight has concluded.
Focus.
The abomination is down.
Actually,
Yep.
Fuck you,
oh
sir.
my god.
I full cure Lupus. Or Astra does.
Thank you. So
And then Astra will just stand next to Diana? Alice until Alice collapses.
yes, because the
Hey,
moment
I'm not gonna collapse until I think I've got a couple rounds left
have
in me.
the-
Don't
you
you
have-
worry.
that's-
12 seconds.
yeah, you have 30
You got
seconds
12.
remaining. So you
Oh,
just
Come on.
great!
I'm
Come on,
assuming,
just collapse.
yeah, I'm assuming you were
I'm only
outside.
I'm only going to be on minus 34 health, so it's not so bad. I did heal myself a little bit.
Yeah,
I
it's fine.
I like
Except for
the
if you
idea
read-
that
Yeah.
Alice is like saying about how she's not going to collapse. It's fine. She just plops to the floor.
Yeah, so your dark
You can
side
imagine there's, like,
deactivates.
Those death scenes in the films where they're like, "I just tell them that die."
So yeah,
I love when that happens.
your dark side deactivates, and because Living Dead, if you take a casual look at it, it will say when this limit break ends, if they aren't above 0 HP or above, they immediately fall unconscious and are not stable. So you slowly start to die. However, because Astra
And I
has
cast
basically
Fuel Core.
fuel
Core?
Oh my god, it's somebody else did it. Fucking thank God. I felt really dumb with it earlier. Ooh. Anyway, so
Heal me, mother, heal me.
I'm assuming everybody
Oh my
is
God.
gathering together.
Full cure. Not full core or fuel.
I'm-
Or become a spaceship.
I'm hugging Aurolus. We're hugging now.
Aw.
Lovely.
So can everybody please gather together? Just to make my life easier, so I don't have to.
Oh my God, I'm
Okay,
full health.
let's
Holy
all
shit, that
gather
was nuts.
around Astra.
Yes.
Around Alec, because Alec's cool.
Well, Alec is right next to Astra now, so
Basically, just
Cool by association.
slide yourselves along to this one area, please. That includes you, Penton. Please move.
Someone had to
I'm
do
gonna go this side.
cue.
Just in case I
Cha-cha
get flipped around
slide.
the air as I go past.
Okay, so let me fix the stream view so it can see. And all is good. It's like, holy crap. You know, we did it. And Lupus is looking pretty pleased. However, he is definitely giving Penton some hostile side-eye. And silence fills the
Alice,
crater.
get out of me.
bro, you just nearly
Um,
died.
Can I have everybody make me a perception check, please? This will not be applied to Astra
Mhm.
or Lupus, as neither one is currently focused on what is happening. So
No, that's terrible. That's a travesty.
I mean,
oh, something just
even if
popped up.
Astra wasn't paying attention, she does have a passive perception of 90.
Yes, high five. We have the same passive.
Let's
So-
go!
I am going to go
37.
from the top of the order to the bottom.
Okay.
Alec.
37.
Okay. 3-7, yeah? I'm not mishearing you.
Yep.
Okay, sorry, I'm just...
3 and then a 7.
Okay. Fuck, I need to roll for everyone else as well, don't I? So... Alice.
21.
Okay. Jeez. Friggin'. I'm just gonna make this quick. Milo.
51.
And Mira.
40.
Okay, so I can't be asked to roll for the NPCs, so I'm just gonna take the most interesting one.
16,
Milo.
by the way.
Huh?
16, by the way.
16.
You didn't
Oh my
ask.
god, sorry. I flitted.
Nice.
So, Milo, as you're making your way back over to the rest of the group, you find that where the abomination's remains are, there's this strangely unscathed green crystal that has some intricate markings and seems extremely out of place considering what you'd assume it just came out of.
Hmm?
But it's like I'd say roughly like the size of your solar plexus, but slightly larger. So like think if you put two drink coasters on top of one another, kind of size. So you pick that up.
Okay.
As some, yeah, okay.
Oh no, I got a
magic.
magic. Did I get a sudden urge just to pick it up? No.
Not so much
My curiosity befalls me.
Not so much a sudden urge, but in the back of your head, it seems like your brain kind of puts together the logic of if this thing has come out of the abomination and its wings changed to this same kind of fluctuating green color, it might be an item of importance, especially since you would assume that's what it was using to power its stupid healing at the end of the battle.
Can I yoink it?
No.
Are you going to
don't
allow that, Milo?
No.
Okay, so it's staying in Milo's hands. So, you're all kind of taking a moment to process what happened, and just basically check in, make sure everybody's still alive. When a very large, fucking brain cells, please. You notice the moving silhouette of a figure on one of the high peaks of the cragfield around you.
Who?
And it drops down.
Please don't be tough.
Please.
With polearm in hand, the Pariah King drops down in front of you. And immediately, he locks eyes with Milo, who is holding the crystal.
Why has Milo regressed to like the age of an infant?
Because panic.
Oh no!
Bro, just give him the crystal. It's not worth it. Just
I'm
give
in
him the
danger!
crystal.
Oh no!
Just give him the crystal.
The Pariah King makes direct eye contact with you, Milo, and in his
Uh-oh!
and
Oh,
you
Jesus.
hear come from him. You hear it's kind of like I can't emulate it with my own voice, but you can hear like a slight staticky sound that you would expect from like a machine. Give it back. Return it. And the polearm is pointed directly at you.
Oh shit. I'm gonna have a guess that everyone at this point is now paying attention to what is happening.
Oh yes, some people have raised weapons. Some people are looking like they're getting ready to run. But the consistent thing is that people, at least I'll speak from the NPC side of things. A lot of them are getting ready to have to defend themselves and fight off this new person if they have to.
Oh shit. If the crystal, yep.
Sure.
Are you handing it over to him?
Yeah,
Or are you going to address the rest of the party first?
Well, I have a sudden feeling if I address everyone else, I might just be suddenly decapitated. You know.
A pigeon,
I'm
says, "Car, you have telepathy. You have telepathy."
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Caw,
Yeah, let me elaborate here.
I'll
Everybody-
telepath.
If I can,
caw.
sorry, if I can interject, I just want to give you an idea that whilst this guy is definitely demanding it back, he does not seem like he is in a position to immediately attack, and I will give you the time, out of character as the DM. I will give you time to deliberate with the rest of your group, because this is quite a
Does that
important decision.
include Lupus and Astra? But wait, no, it wouldn't because they don't have telepathy.
No, they do not share your telepathic link. I would like to point out for those of you who may not recall where you've seen this guy before. This is the person who arrived at the guild with Ares and basically helped Ares escape once upon a time. We won't refer back to that incident, but we will. This is the same guy. So,
Okay,
please deliberate.
so okay, so he wants the crystal that I picked up from where the abomination disappeared from. Fuck, what do I do?
Just give him the crystal. It's not fucking worth it. Just...
I mean, we could try and find out what the crystal is and why he wants it first, before we potentially give over something that could result in our immediate demise. Maybe he can't attack us while we have it.
Can I make an Arcana check to see what it to ascertain things about the crystal?
Yes, you may.
Excellent, excellent.
I was gonna say, is anyone gonna mention it to either the guildmaster or Astra?
I'm using my little lucky thing. Arcana.
Oh,
Both the same.
Can I just go over this
57.
and quietly ask him?
57. Okay.
57.
I'm going to address this in an order of what Alex just asked, what you've just asked, Penton, and then the person singing Witch Doctor in the background. So, Alex, as you take a moment to try and judge the magical aura of this gemstone, it very much seems like the same magical aura that came from the abomination when the desecrated endurance rune triggered off, and is giving you some mild mace vibes. Like, it's not the same, but it feels like a far more superior and far more aged equivalent of Mace's magic. Giving you an implication that this is either something connected to Mace, or this is something where this is potentially the person where Mace learnt his magic casting capacity from. And then addressing what you asked, Penton, you can. However, I will roll a percentile dice to see if the Pariah King perceives that as a hostile action.
Okay, so before I do that, then I'm just going to say it out loud. Who are you? What is it? What does it do? Why do you want it?
Sorry, repeat the questions again, just so I have an idea of
Basically,
what
points at the figure, says, who are you? Points at the crystal, says, what is it? Then says, what does it do? And why do you want it?
Okay. So as you call that out, the Pariah King responds, I am the Pariah King. That is a very valuable item to me. I want it because it belongs to me. And you once again hear that, like, kind of robotic-y, glitching, static sound from his vocals.
I look at the guildmaster. What is he doing right now?
Lupus looks like
Yeah.
Lupus is readied, but he's not giving any real indication, like, outwardly. It's very stoic, but you can see his hand is on the hilt of his rapier.
Okay, I'm giving him a look like, what the fuck do we do?
Definitely don't give him the crystal telepathically to people.
Okay, wait, no, this isn't fair. You need to tell us a bit more about this because I generally am interested. Please.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Mm.
Persuasion.
Dude, this guy's gonna kick our ass. Like, actually.
42.
42.
Yes.
Okay. The Pariah King changes how he's holding his lance. So, well, I guess it's more of like a it's more of a lance at the moment because the blades aren't deployed. But holds it in kind of a typical like town guardsman manner. So the actual bottom of the weapon is now touching the ground. The actual point of it sticking upwards. Hand it over, and I will explain what it is. Simple as that.
No, because like, what if you blow up the world or something?
Why would you attack our guild? It's a better question.
Why would he blow up the world?
You don't know.
You were there when Ares was there, when all of that stuff happened. Multiple party members here died. Why were you there?
Are you going to roll any sort of persuasion checks with that? Are you?
Persuasion.
Can I
Are you
intimidate him for Penton?
You're gonna try. Just so I
He
heard
says
that
the
correctly, you are going to attempt to intimidate him on
No, no, no,
Penton's
no, no,
behalf.
no, no, no,
No,
no.
Mira.
No, no.
Corkin. This is a question to Alice. Alice, are you attempting to intimidate this man? As a genuine
Yeah,
question.
because he wants to try and get
Roll.
the crystal, and I'm like, grr.
Roll
Answer
intimidation.
the question.
My neck suddenly feels in danger.
53?
53.
Yeah.
53. So you attempt to intimidate this man as Penton asks the question, and the Pariah King looks very unfazed. However, decides to return the intimidation game with a 75, and you begin to tremble a little bit. Your hands start to shake uncontrollably.
Oh shit.
As it's very clear that the Pariah King is not fazed by a 20-something-year-old elf girl when he has clearly got some major aging to a lot of his metallic parts. And then he looks back to Penton.
I really thought my 53 was good.
Penton, sorry, out of character, can you remind me what the question was?
Why were you attacking the guild? Why were you there when the guild was attacked? Multiple of our friends here died during that attack. The fact that they did die.
The Pariah King looks directly at Penton and speaks surprisingly clearly. One uses tools to acquire the things that they need. I require the crystal that is currently in your companion's hand. Unfortunately, that mutt misled me into believing that this situation you're describing would have netted me my personal belongings back. Unfortunately, it was not the case. I disposed of the mutt after the situation resolved. Now, you can hand over my personal possessions, or I can retrieve them manually. Or we may strike up some sort of deal, if you insist on being stubborn.
Well, you're used
Guys,
to,
if
you're
I
already
have-
used to
you're-
doing
you're-
things to get what you want. How about you do a little something for us?
No,
Help
don't.
us save the
I have
world,
learned. If I've
and then you
learned
can have your crystal
something,
back, no questions asked.
if
Uh,
I've learned anything, you don't just hand over things to people that you don't know. Okay, I've learned this the hard way. Okay.
Alice.
I mean, this guy did also kill the person that you handed that thing over to, so...
I would like to ask what Milo was trying to say there, because it got blurred out by the other two.
Apologies.
Might
I
I ask
was
what you said?
going to ask, so you're not a part of the Lillian Beast cult?
The Pariah King looks mildly offended the moment that you associate him with the cult, and you can visibly see and hear his grip tighten around the polearm he is currently holding. No, I do not associate with ass kissers, thank you. Deity is a little more than flawed tools to an end. Now, if you could return my possessions, I would appreciate it.
If we give you back the crystal, will you help us fight the cult? I mean, not give it to you at the end, I will give it to you now. Well, not I, but...
The crystal first. Then your answer.
No. Guys, we have all the power right now.
We do not.
Yeah, and my neck doesn't quite feel the same, no.
So,
Just give it to him.
what are you doing?
I am going to hold out the crystal.
No.
Are you going to approach him or let him approach you? Is the better question I should ask here. I was going to ask something different, but
I'm going to meet him halfway.
okay. So he approaches, hand out. And as you approach, a compartment of he takes the crystal from you, and you watch as like part of his chest plate pops open, and he places the gemstone within it before the compartment closes. And surprisingly enough, the sound that comes out of him is one of a relieved sigh. And the light in his eyes vanishes for a moment before reappearing a few moments later. Is this the right one? There it is.
Can I say I'm holding like either a dispel or a bend space and time just to either stop him doing something or run away?
Of course. So, after a moment, the Pariah King recomposes himself and makes eye contact with Milo. And the first words out of his mouth are, "Thank you, I appreciate that. What is your name, young man?"
Milo.
He offers the hand that is not holding the polearm. "A pleasure to meet you, Milo. You are one of the dragon children, no?"
That would be correct.
It has been many a year since I have met Nama. Anyhow, I should introduce myself properly both to you and your companions over there. I am Ankh Helm. I am the original necromantic sage. It is a pleasure to meet you all. I must say your fighting capacity is certainly interesting. Watching you destroy an abomination was quite entertaining.
Thank you?
So are you going to tell us what that crystal was?
Ankh looks over to Alec.
Oh no.
You senseless. As in your mind. And you know it, like, the rest of your group, this definitely slides under the radar. Like, you basically just assume that Ankh has called Alec stupid. However, Alec, the look that is currently shared between the eye contact between you and Ankh tells a very different story. He knows. How he knows, you don't know, but he knows. What I will tell you is that that stone was my soul. I believe you mortal beings call it a phylactery, though it is much different from that, as I am no part undead. I am machine. Now then, you. I believe we have encountered one another before. And Ankh looks over at the Guildmaster, who just looks mildly annoyed. Yes, we have met before. How am I going to explain your existence to Ziffy? And Lupus looks over to Astra. This is going to be a
Sounds
long
like a you
explanation.
problem.
No, this is an equal parts you problem, Missy.
No,
Don't you try and escape
come
this.
on!
You might be a goddess, but you're getting involved with this as well.
Ah!
You're going to have to help me explain to Ziffy why we've brought another Desert Hollow Fox back with us.
We're bringing him.
Yes,
Oh my
we
God.
are. Aren't we, huh?
Oh,
Aren't
no.
we, Ankh? Yes, I do believe that we have some problems to resolve. Something about a Lillian beast, no? Yep. Simple as that. Anyway, let's get moving, shall we?
Yeah, when we get back,
Okay.
me and Ankh are gonna have a talk about sharing personal information.
There's a crystal-powered robot fox.
Milo just thinking back to that book, just going, huh?
So, your way back is quite awkward. As
And
understandably, because you are now being accompanied by an entity that none of you are familiar with. And you're gonna have to give me a few seconds, but I'm just gonna swap the screen out. So I've got to swap around a couple of things. So you begin to make your way back. You begin to make your way back to the guild. And thankfully it's not too arduous a journey, due to the fact that a lot of your regular allies are, doing their thing. And as you're returning, you notice that all of the lights within the guild itself are snuffed out. It seems completely vacant of life here. You can see, however, you can see candles. There are candles lit, and they're the only thing lighting the place. The whole of Lenfar, give you an idea, this is nighttime right now. You've gotten back at the dead of night. However,
That's a bit of power cut.
The whole guild is being only lit by candles. And you hear, Lupus stops the group and looks rather concerned as he looks to the rest of the party. Oh, right, I should explain this to you. The rest of the guild were instructed to essentially treat... The rest of the guild were told to essentially treat our mission as one where we would be guaranteed to perish until we had returned. So, to put it simply, this is the guild preparing itself, I guess, mentally. This is what this looks like. So we'll have a nice little surprise for them when we get back.
So you're telling me it's going to be, they're going to be happy that we return, and then Ziffy is immediately going to see...
Yes, more than likely.
Oh, God!
You know what's brilliant? I was rambling on about all of this prep work I've done. Well, I forgot to grab a few of these tokens that need completing. So, whoops. So as you start making your way up the hill, there is a very awkward. Do not change over. I'm not done with you yet. So that was really it's really impressive. You know what? Screw it. This was thematically appropriate. So, the group starts making their way up the hill.
Up
And-
the hill.
And as you manage to return, you are greeted with the sight of multiple guild members clearly very anxious for the return of their close friends and allies. And greeting you upon your return, Alec. Aurelus immediately grabs hold of you, hugs you very tightly, and is celebrating. And you notice a face that doesn't quite sit correctly with the rest. Or at least not one that you're very familiar with. Let me find the artwork. 2 seconds. Once again, I swear, I'm normally more prepared than this, but brain cells are not functional today because I am not well.
Pasta.
There we go.
Dude, don't even. I just hauled down the biggest Yorkshire pudding you can even imagine. I might throw up.
Don't.
Rip.
You notice a large Kangan male approach both you and Aurelus, and the two of them begin talking. Oh my god, this is going to be a hot mess because I don't know if I've got all the right tokens in, so bear with me.
Is that Aurelius' brother?
I think that's everyone? Yes.
Maybe.
As Alec, you are introduced to Aurelius' brother, Meraxus. And he has a very much Viking-like appearance to him, both by his dress, what he is currently wearing, and the rather messy blonde hair. That
Wow,
is-
Aurelus, you're so similar. I can't tell you apart.
And you guys end up having a bit of a chuckle at that. And the explanation's kind of given to you that they are different. They're basically same father, different mothers. As Meraxus gives you the fun information that Aurelius' mother was actually a wind elemental, not a genie. Don't question how that would work. So, this is going to be a bit of a hot mess because I'm midway through rearranging all the tokens.
Oh my god, it's like how Jesus how Mary got pregnant.
No,
What?
What?
No,
No.
stop right there.
Stop.
Little
No.
Stop
Alice.
right there.
Stop.
wind.
Alice.
How do you think, Alice? How do you think baby Jesus was formed?
Stop.
Stop.
The
The
wind.
wind.
The wind blew him down.
The wind
Holy
blew
shit!
Anyway.
Oh, it's Marianne's bears.
Anyway, if I could ask people to mute for the moment, this is going to be a little bit of a hot mess because I have less time and space to do this than I thought I did. I know, I'm a terrible DM. So, friggin' Alice, you are greeted with the return of, as you return, by both Mado and Bill Sway. Both of which end up hugging you, and they're both overlapping each other, talking about how relieved they are you're safe. Mira, you are met with the sight of you're met with the sight of Cassandra, but also Edith and Gareth, who are both here. And they're talking to you, very happy that you're safe, whatever. Astra, you're met by Karina. Kay's met with Lilac. Gelda's kind of standing off in the corner looking very pissed off. and very much unhappy about the fact that that he's being included in this. Zippy immediately tackles Lupus, and you can hear the thud as Lupus hits the ground. And then Brutus, one of the guild members, is looking over, and it's a very happy reunion, basically. Everybody's back alive, everybody's back safe. However, I'm going to mention this for Astra. You're the one that picks up on the fact that not only are there two very large grizzly bears standing, or kind of just laying by one of the hallways, but the very familiar face of a half-elven woman is currently sitting with these bears, just relaxing. That you recognize as Marianne.
I just blew my mic. I didn't even go through. Astra shouts Marianne as she goes over.
So, the two, like, you jump over. Don't worry, you don't need to do her voice. This is an epiloguing for the moment. Don't worry, you'll get time to practice that. I'm just not going to sort out the mess of tokens. I can deal with that later. And you know, everything's happening all in a rush. So, what we're going to do is we're going to time skip by a few hours, where I would like everybody to mute, as the only person that needs to be vocally present is Penton. As you, after a couple hours of getting dressed up, you are immediately pulled into the Guildmaster's office. Sit down in that chair right there.
And does this is told?
What the fuck was that? Why her? Of all people.
You're probably not gonna like this answer, but you told me to piss it off. And I don't know much about... Fuck, I don't know much about that whole situation. I only know what I've seen. And I know that he does not like her. And I need to know if I've seen a person to be able to transfer into them, sorry, to polymorph into them, so I chose that. I did what I had to. I felt like I did what I had to make sure we won. Didn't want anyone to die.
You have no idea how much of a problem that is. You have not been through the amount of bullshit and trauma that one person has caused to me. You have no idea. Doesn't matter if this is what we had to do to win. It does not matter. She was a fucking child. She did not manage through all of that. At all.
What?
And Lupus is going to grab Penton by the ears and lift him off of the floor, making direct eye contact, and you are met with a pair of harsh teal eyes that stare into yours. Miss Atisa was little more than a child. She was not ready for this world and what happened around her, and I was the one that took all of the shit so she could walk away with her happy ending. You do not use her image to win. You do not use her image for anything. If I so much as see you do that again, I will do to you what I did to Cedric. You will be missing an ear. Do I make myself fucking clear?
Yes, sir.
Now get out of my office. And Lupus drops Penton onto the floor as harshly as humanly possible.
Well, without another word, looking only at the floor, Penton will leave the office as quickly as humanly possible.
And as Penton leaves, the door closes, and all you hear as you're leaving is Lupus screaming in emotional agony. You have clearly knocked something loose for Lupus, and that cry sends chills through your whole body. As well as, yes, what you did won the battle, and yes, it worked. Clearly, there were better options. The more that you think about it, over the next week that passes, the more you begin to realize that there were lines that you crossed that did not need to be crossed. As you are the only remaining Vinius, had you have flexed that, you realize perhaps it would have been equally as effective. And over the next week passes, and a lot of you begin to notice during the first couple of days that Mira has been dead silent. She has not spoken a single word to any of you. Whenever she is addressed, it's addressed with silence. And you all begin to notice this, and it becomes progressively more unsettling. Until later on in the day, I would say about day 3, Milo, you end up coming to the realization that Mira has gone mute. As you try to communicate with her in sign language, and you get some decent responses, and after a little while of having conversation together, you realize that the events of the abomination have traumatized Mira to a point where she has chosen to become mute. She has chosen to not use the voice that she has, as she just physically doesn't have words to say. During this time, Mira, the 4 days that pass after this conversation with Milo, you try your best to realign yourself with your footwork, your fencing footwork with Lupus, and it frustrates the hell out of you because every time you try, it just you hold the weapon in your hand, and as you go to strike or you move, the image of that thing's face fills your mind, and you can't focus. And so, one evening, you are left with Ziffy, as the two of you are signing towards one another. And Zippy, you are surprised as words come out of Mira's mouth.
I don't know anymore.
Sorry, what?
I can't.
What?
I don't know how to deal with this. I just see his face every time, and I don't know what to do anymore.
I understand. I'll talk to Lucas, and we'll see what we can do.
Okay.
And so, after this point, Mira ends up heading back off back into her routine, as the whole of the group that was sent off for the Tuck Abomination fight has basically been in and out the infirmary for physical and psychological re-evaluation to ensure, the people are fighting fit still. And very shortly after this, Lupus ends up approaching you, Zippy, within this little study after Mira's left. Hey, are you right, babe? You're quite alright though.
I just spoke with Mira, and not with sign language like have been recently, but actual words.
What'd she say?
Basically that she can't cope.
Yeah, I kind of saw this coming.
That she can't get its face out of her mind.
Same as I can't get her face out of my mind. I know how she feels. I've been talking with Edith. What we're gonna do is basically seal off Mira's runic power to a point where she may never be able to use them again, and hope the bloodline passes her off, and we basically disconnect her from, well, the Nexil family tree. And then we send her off to be with Fally. I've spoken with Orion, or I say spoken with, it was a very one-sided conversation on my part. Orion will be joining Amira's place, so we'll have 2 replacements rather than 1. I've already informed Luna, I've helped Milo prepare for his trip, and already notified the Forest Guard, but I'll go and let her know.
Okay. Are you doing okay?
And as you ask that, Lupus, without a word, basically leaves. So giving you a very clear indication of what the answer to that question is. So, as the next couple of days pass, we'll say this is day 9 at this point that's passed. Milo, your bags are fully packed and you are ready to leave. Gelda has already left the building, leaving the moment that you was approved to go, which was, I'm imagining, quite a relief off of your back, knowing that you didn't have the unhinged person that you once loved wandering the halls, giving you evil glares. Might I ask who? I'm assuming Karina's present. Did you have anybody else there?
I probably would have asked Mira if she wanted to be there.
You will notice that if Mira did say yes during that point, she is not present. Which seems strange. But she must have just forgotten.
Milo had left his jacket on her bed anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Letter.
So, with Karina and Lupus are the 2 that are present with you as of this point. And it's a very bittersweet feeling, as this place holds some positive memories and also some not so positive memories. As you recall the start of everything, which was the best. You know, you got to spend time with Carl, and all was good. But at this point, there's a small part of you that feels very sad and hollow, knowing that this is how things will end off for you, at least for now. Perhaps you will be back later on in the upcoming year or 2. But for now, this is the end note in your chapter here at the Sleeping Wolves Guild. Karina is very teared up, and she's sad to see you go. And Astra, who was a bit delayed trying to get here on time, has arrived. And there's kind of a collective goodbye moment as you guys are essentially talking about the journey ahead, and of all people, the Guildmaster is the last one to say goodbye to you. He offers a hug, should you choose to accept it.
Milo will take it.
And it's a very warm and firm hug, and he very quietly says in your ear the following. I've made sure that when you arrive, they will immediately assign you to the mounting guard duties. which I'm sure you're aware that mountain is actually just, you know, Ardion's domain. So essentially, you'll be doing guild work, but you'll be staying with your father, your grandmother, and your sister up at the orchard, at least for the time being. Recover well.
Okay.
I'll make sure that everything goes well, so you have a nicer place to come back to.
I can come back.
And Lupus doesn't answer the question, but gives you a very mild smile that's almost as if he were to say to you, "I'll consider it." But gives
Thank you.
gives you a pat on the head and hands you something surprisingly interesting. It's a scarf. A instantaneously familiar scarf. Carl's scarf. We found this by the waterside. And Kay asked me to hand this back over to you. As a how was it? She described it. She wanted me to hand it back to you at some point as a way of showing there's no bad blood, but when the two of you meet again, she will have resolved the problems that she's having with herself that's making the rift between you so great. Or something profound like that. Messy things. But I've made sure that you'll be quite comfortable in the new place. I mean, hell, Vida's excited to see you. Just tell her wife made it here okay with the bears, and that they haven't destroyed anything yet, but
Yes.
we'll find out. And as you're on
No problem.
As you're on your way about to leave, you're met with a very familiar face, as it is your aunt, one Andromeda Sageweaver, who has also come to wish you a goodbye.
Hi, Auntie. Hey there, sweet pea. I'm sad to see you go just as soon as I got here, but stay safe whilst you're in Honeymill. And don't cause your dad trouble. Your sister's enough.
And Lupus is very quietly chuckling in the background at that.
Yes, Auntie.
Now then, I do believe your airship is on its way out soon. So off you go.
Yes.
And you note you are
Till we meet again.
Yes, of course. And as you're on your way, as you're about to turn around, you notice Lupus shed a tear that he very quickly wipes away. But you see it. You spot it. And you make your way out of the guild, down to the airship, to make it back to Honeymill. Now, shortly after this concludes, Mira's belongings have been packed, and we'll say a few hours before Milo left, Mira, you were given a letter for Euless, who is with Fele, and you've gone through the portal into the Astral Dream to join Fele once more. The portal closes behind you. And that is Mira's official exit from the remainder of this campaign. Okay. So the next few days pass, and you are regathered together into one room with the Guildmaster. In this room, you are imagining a fair few people are crying behind.
Thank you bastard!
Don't worry, I've still
Maybe
got.
a little.
I've still got another 50 minutes to make you all bawl into tears. Don't worry, I got you. So, the last few days, this is 12 days after the abomination has been finished. And in this room, the remaining remaining members of this group are gathered. However, you are missing 3 people. Mira is gone. Milo is gone. Gelda is gone. So in this room right now, there is Alec, Alice, Kay, Nolan, Penton, Xanis, and Uzok sitting around a chair around on the chairs with Lupus at the desk,
Sitting around one chair.
Sorry, I'm thinking of like the booth, like a booth kind of chair, not fucking sitting around the chair contemplating it. Sorry, my apologies.
Studying.
So, Lupus addresses the group. So, I'm aware that you've had a couple of people that have left. So, I would like to introduce you to they won't replace the people that have left. However, they will be taking the positions of your fellow group members for the foreseeable. I introduce to you, well, Aurelus. He will be taking Gelda's place.
Yay.
And then she's been here for a couple days, but may I introduce you all to Luna? She will be taking the position that Milo kept.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Luna. I'm Alec.
Oh, nice to meet you.
And I'm
I hope everything
Alice.
Oh, hello, Alice.
Penton just
Hi.
nods gently in a direction.
Wow. And then in this room there is another person that has been standing there reading through a book, who has not really said a single word. However, is very much taking up a commanding, maybe not so much a commanding presence in this room, but due to his height, he is definitely taking a presence in this room. As Lupus waves his hand over to the man standing in the corner. May I introduce you all to Orion? This is Gareth's brother. Now, he's gonna be a bit socially inhibited, as I'm sure you'll probably agree with me, Orion. But this, as I've mentioned, Gareth's brother. He is also going to be filing reports for us on anomalous entities and situations that happen whilst we're dealing with the Lillian Beast. This will be a way for us to prevent this from occurring again, but also just saves me some pain on my wrist when I'm trying to write out 15 different reports at the same time.
Nice to meet you all.
And
Lovely to meet you too.
Nice to meet you.
Mhm. Nice to meet you.
Another nod.
this totally isn't me checking if you can see the correct things or not. You can see that. May I ask for Luna and Orion to test if their tokens move, please? Can you control them? Have I done them correctly? They should be functional, but please double check. That is Orion and Luna. Can you both, this is as the DM, can you please test your tokens and ensure that you are capable of moving them?
We.
Okay.
Whack.
No, you're in timeout. No more
Okay.
moving.
No!
Thank you very much. So,
Oh my god, Marianne and her bears are there.
Lupus.
And they're not aligned in the squares.
Don't worry, I've adjusted.
Breaking reality.
So, Lupus addresses the group. Now, please settle down. We have some important things to talk about. Now, I will be addressing the rest of the members of this guild as and when they are ready. However, Ankh is going to be assisting us in dealing with the cult, and he has settled on an agreement with Zippy of all people. That was an interesting few days trying to resolve that situation. However, he will be leaving the heirlooms with the guild, and that is an acceptable trade. However, I must inform you of the remaining members of the bloodlines that we must either gather or figure out where they are. Oh. Right. So, we have found, well, I say found, we've located Andromeda. She is now with us, as well as her girlfriend, I'm assuming, another Moon Wolvenite, which was an interesting arrival to deal with. Ignoring the members of our guild that are already here. So, Sarek, you've met Ankh. I will introduce you to Gareth and Edith another time. Arolis' brother Meraxus, and then our prior introductions with the two goddesses and our previous crystal heroes. I must make you aware that after the situation with Diamond Weapon has arose and gone, every single guild group, excluding your group, Group V, and then the other members that are bloodline specific, so Lilac, and myself, Zippy, and a couple others who aren't currently present but will be soon. This guild will be empty within the span of the next few months. Once Diamond Weapon is done, that's it. They will not return until we have gathered all of the heirlooms. And then once we have gathered them all, they will be helping us make our way down into the abyss. So, Lupus lays out some paperwork on the table. We have the two we've managed to figure out two of the Solmer siblings. It appears that they are the only ones remaining outside of Gelder. We have Axton and we have Ollivander. Gelder has gone looking for them, but I would like you to also keep an eye out for them. It is very important that they come back. If they don't, then we're effectively screwed. I will hopefully be able to contact Rose. Oh, you mean Auntie Rose? Yes, Xanis. I would like to try and insist that we find Rose and her daughter before we go and locate any of the heirlooms, since her safety will be top priority if the rest of the guild will be pushing all of the cult activity onto one island. I would prefer that my adoptive daughter, one of my treasured guild members, and yes, my adoptive daughter, I would hope that she will be safe but we need to get her off of that island before the cult fills it. But her daughter Clementine, I've been made aware that she is doing well, but well, we'll find out. And then the Yuiki children, Brefnasa, or, as I'm sure you're familiar with, Alec, the current village elder of Ishtar. And then his 4 sons, Cessna, Libadine, Galgan, and Grufnav. This is going to be... Lupus kind of stalls a little bit. This is going to be rough. I'm not gonna lie to you. Are you going to be ready for what is to come? Because I won't lie to you, it's going to be painful. And Lupus looks to everyone in the room. Are you all going to be able to continue? As of this point, I would like to point out that the only person who was actually aware of Milo leaving was Mira, who is not here. And nobody, not even Milo, is aware of where Mira has gone. She has just disappeared.
Technically, Milo told Xanis that he would be leaving after,
Right.
but he didn't tell when.
Yes, that is true.
I'm in a bit of shock that everyone's just like departing. Like, what's going on? Did I miss a memo? Like, are we all just like getting out of here? Alec, are you leaving? Penton?
No, I don't
Lupus?
think so.
Anyone else deciding to like follow suit here? Because like I've missed a memo, and this is quite a lot for me to process right now. What's going
Oh,
on?
Well, it'd be a bit awkward if I left right after I joined, so, no.
Let me
Looks at the
explain for you.
Guildmaster, looks back
I'm
at
so
Alice
sorry
and
if that
goes,
burp was caught on. It
Caught
wasn't
on
me.
camera,
It
caught
was
in
the man
4K.
who's
Hold
eating
on.
the grapes.
Guys. And what were you saying? Sorry.
I said Benton looks at the Guildmaster, sheepishly, looks back at Alice and went, I don't think I'm going anywhere either.
Lupus takes a moment to address the room. Right. So let's take this time to get a little bit familiar. We will be spending the next few weeks assessing you all to ensure that you are not only mentally ready, emotionally ready, and physically ready, but to ensure that the abomination has not tainted basically your souls, for lack of better description. There are a couple of people that are missing that we need to find, and we need to bring back to the guild. So, I will make you aware that we have potential locations for each of these heirlooms and where they are, which is a start. I should make you aware that I'm hoping to try and convince an old friend of mine and the Crystal Heroes that he may eventually rejoin us. But the two Solma brothers, the Uikis, we will need to invite them to join us once we go looking for their heirlooms. Carmina, the lady in red, that I'm sure some of you are vaguely familiar with. If not, you'll get to know her quite well. But we will have to go to Levias to request her assistance. once we find Rose and her daughter, Clementine, we will have to help them return to the guild, amongst other things. That battle was hard fought, but I am proud of you all for making it out alive. Lupus takes a moment to contemplate his next words. Now then, I'm guessing you're probably wondering where these heirlooms are, no?
A bit curious.
Well, if you would like me to, I can address these heirlooms with just this group present, or I can request that I can choose to address you as just this group, or I can invite the remainder of our assistants into this room, or one of the other conference rooms, to discuss the situation at hand.
Do you know where Maria is?
Lupus looks pained when you ask him that. If you must know, Alstramira Rosewood's psychological state decayed to a point where she was not capable of continuing with the guild. She mentioned this to Ziffy, and after consulting Edith and speaking with Mira in the only way that she was really comfortable speaking, in saying, we ended up agreeing with her that sealing her runic magic away and letting her go with her mother was the best route. The abomination scarred her mentally beyond even the capacity to speak or even lift a sword. And I apologize that it has taken this period of time to mention it, but unfortunately, situations have occurred where I've not been able to deliver this information within a comfortable situation, if you will. Now then, would you like me to address the information about the heirlooms with just you guys, or would you like me to call in the rest of, I guess, our fellow sages to collectively address the situation at hand?
Personally, I think that we should invite her, the other sages. It makes sense because I assume that. Well, I don't really know much about these heirlooms. Actually, question: does Luna know anything about what's going on? Or has she just been blissfully listening, just going, "What the fuck"?
Luna has a very vague, I would say, a rather vague idea of what's happening. Like, think very baseline level of information.
Okay, I don't really know what these heirlooms are, but if each of these sages have an heirloom, I assume that it would be better for them to know about the specifics.
Very logical, of course. If you could all move into the room across, I will address this in a moment. Just bear with me. And Lupus gets up and leaves the room, leaving you all basically alone with each other.
Oh.
And the room is very quiet.
Does anyone like grapes?
Whoa, I love grapes.
Kay's ears perk up. You're offering grapes? I mean, I wouldn't mind some.
Fuck,
Are they red or green grapes?
Is this a trap?
I don't have any on me. I was just asking. Yeah.
Uzark looks at Luna. I can make grapes. And
You can make grapes?
he crunches his knuckles, puts his hands together to like cups his hands together, breathes into his hands, and then pushes them out. And on the table, like a small seed that he had in his hands has landed on the table and has manifested into a small vine of grapes that look
What
fresh
color
as
are
hell.
they?
It's a
What color?
mixture of the two.
It's so
Oh my god.
cool.
Absolutely incredible.
Oh, that's amazing.
By the way, Luna, was it? My name's Pencil.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. I did not want to speak while I was in the room because I feel like it's my best interest to stay quiet at the moment.
Tension, I get it.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Penton.
Me too.
Is Lupus mad at you because of the whole,
Mad doesn't really describe it, to be honest.
Go over to the vine and go eat grapes. Just Luna inches closer and closer towards the vine.
He hasn't spoken a single word to me since making me feel so small that my shoulders retract into my torso. And I have not seen his eyes their natural colour since. So, yeah.
I think
Wait, what did he do to you?
You did what he
Slightly
told
scared for my
you.
life, to be honest.
You did what he told you. So I don't,
Yeah,
I
there's
have
doing what
no
he told them
idea.
and there's doing what I did. And I kind of realised that they went a little bit too far.
Yeah, it was pretty ballsy.
And I'm also kind of worried that I might be part of the reason why Mira left.
But that's how we won the fight, right?
Yep.
Was it? Surely it was worth it, no?
That's what I thought, but now I'm starting to doubt.
Kay pipes up.
Uh,
Well, as much as, it definitely drew the Abomination's attention. Considering what she had done and what the guild's general view on her was, and I'm assuming that you and the Guildmaster have a very close bond because the two of you have definitely seem to have some degree of closeness with each other. The fact that you turned yourself, maybe not physically, but the fact you took on the image of the one person that kind of destroyed his life to some degree probably didn't help.
He has not mentioned anything to me about this beyond the fact that she's a problematic person.
Xanis looks over
At
at
the
Penton.
time, I only knew that Tuck very much disliked her, and I knew her image because I had seen her when we were during the Siege of Zodia.
Xanis types up here. So it didn't go through your brain at all that one of the people that kind of caused the siege in the first place wasn't at all problematic to turn into?
You know what? I shouldn't have mentioned it. Let's just move. Let's just move on.
No. We're gonna.
Oh, come on.
Hey, no,
Come on.
because I agree with both sides here. I see why Papa Wolf is pissed, but also, I guess pointing out, Penton, you might not want to cross certain lines. I think turning into Fele is probably one of those. Also,
I mean, I understand why he's pissed, but I really have a feeling that, Penton was quite unaware of all the things. I mean, I definitely don't know all of them, Mother would have never told me everything that I'm sure is happening and going on, but you know, if I feel like I really have to take Penton's side here because I don't know how he would have known, and he was acting in the best interest to make sure that we would come out alive.
Xanis nods and agrees.
Thank you, Alice.
I mean, I do share this position. Hey, Alec, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Ask Papa Wolf what's up. And he's probably going to give you that stoic blank face of without an answer and just say he's fine. But special weapon. I'm his kid. So he can't be angry at me the same way he's angry at Penton, because Ziffy will clip him around the ear. And then he has to cough up what's upsetting him. You want to fix that? And Xanis is rubbing his hands together as though he just hatched a genius scheme.
I mean, not really, but I guess if you want to.
I mean, it's fine. We can leave it and just wait till Papa Wolf, resolves the situation with Penton. That's also fine.
You know, I have a feeling this is not about to be resolved anytime soon.
Well, then let's lead it. And with that, Xanis looks over at the little clock on the wall. Right. We should probably go to the little conference room. Let's
Right.
go. And we are gonna not mention it, but Penton, speak. And if Papa Wolf decides to be a dick, then I will kick him in his dick.
Whoa, 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 whoa! We're not inciting violence here. Come on, guys. This is not central zone.
Xanis looks over Alice with a knowing smile, and then Yuzok looks at the door, opens it, and Alice, you very quietly hear Nolan mutter to you, "You know, lass, I think when it comes to resorting to violence, I don't think you're the first one to talk, considering what you were like when I met you. But also, this might be the one time where resorting to violence might help. Just saying."
What do you mean the one time when resorting to violence might help? We do violence. That's our job.
Nolan laughs at that in response. You know
We're
what?
violent.
You know what, Alec? You're not fucking wrong. Now then, I do believe that I saw me a very good-looking MILF walking around the corner a minute ago.
Ooh.
I don't recall that being in a job description.
Yeah, I mean, this place is kind of, there's a lot of very fit people here because it's a very busy guild. Nice voice crack me.
Fascinating.
Anyway, so the group...
This could be an opportunity.
No, I say that about when I go to the gym, but that doesn't mean I want to date them all.
I mean...
Gotta do
I know that
it.
feeling. What?
Anyway, the party make their way into
Bloody
the conference room.
Pokemons.
In this conference room, you have your group, plus Astra, Karina, Diana, Zippy, Cassandra with her Bahama avatar, Lilac, Marianne with both of her bears, Lupus, Gareth, Edith with her Bahama,
Hey!
Sarek, Andromeda, Meraxus, Ankh, Mado, Leon, and Throck. And everybody's kind of settling down, and in this room, Lupus begins to call everyone off. And Edith turns her head back, sees Alice, and waves.
I'm gonna wave back at Edith.
She was waving to someone behind you.
I can turn round and wave behind me, goddammit. I have eyes on the back of my head. I'm all seeing.
Edith stands up and approaches Alice as everyone else is sitting down. Darling, it's so lovely to see you again. Oh, how are you doing, sweetheart? Oh, I am just splendid. It took me a little while to get here, but I must say, I got here before Gareth, so...
Wow, why would you not just come with Gareth?
Well, a certain somebody over there, and she nods her head over to Gareth, had to go and pick up his brother, which was an extra side trip, and he insisted on bringing as many of his books with him as possible. We literally have one of our suitcases
There
absolutely
wasn't any
filled
space
with
for
books.
you.
And
Well-
she shakes her head.
I guess books over wife?
I suppose. Anyway, you should probably go and take your seat, darling. It seems like the Guildmaster's getting ready to announce something.
Wait, why are you here?
Because,
And
darling,
where's Mira?
I'll explain later.
Okay.
Anyway, so you end up returning to your seats, and Lupus takes the center of the room. As in, goes into the center of the room, doesn't actually walk off with the middle of the room. Just because I felt the need to clarify that. Okay. So, now that everybody's here, we have a few things to sort out. Namely, the reason why I've gathered everybody here together, which is the heirlooms. Go figure. Lupus looks around the room, and for those of you that make eye contact, you notice that you are not met with Lupus's regular yellow, but you're met with the harsh teal eyes, though they seem softer. Now then, I'll announce what these heirlooms are. And with me is Nova, and Lupus waves his hand to the side at Nova, who has basically just teleported into the room. Nova will be correcting any information that's wrong as I go along. So, I'll start off by now bringing up something that we've found out. Astra, Andromeda, you two.
Yep.
Be it happy information or confusing, we have found that your family tree has at some point interconnected with the Astralin family tree. So Nolan, what the fuck do you want? For the love of God, man. Well, fun fact. You're also
a sage.
You're an astral sage. And Nolan looks very baffled. How that happened? Somewhere along the line, you were both of your an ancestor from each of your family trees were given a very large blood donation from the original astral sage, who did not have children or become immortal. I'll explain that later. So, your family tree is looking for a star globe, known as the Beacon of the 12 Constellations. The only information we have been able to decipher from that is not only is it in the realm of astral dreams, but it is guarded by an astral Wyram that apparently your original ancestor had as a pet. It's a being known as Deus.
Huh.
We then have the Bardic Heirloom. Unfortunately, Carmina is not here, so we'll have to go and collect her from the island. But it is located in a lodestone cavern on Levias. Unfortunately, it seems as though they've sealed that heirloom with the assistance of Rama, as there is also an anti-magic field there. However, an old friend of ours, and Lupus looks over to Marianne, Lilac, Zippy, Astra, Karina, and Diana. And you kind of get a rough idea of who it is. If you don't know who I'm on about, then you probably don't remember who it is that I'm talking about. But anyway,
I know who it is. Do, do, do.
when we go there, we will have to figure out what the situation is with that particular location for the Rosewoods, specifically the non-Powers members. We will be looking for the nexus of the Great Magi for you. I've found out that your original ancestor was a little bit unhinged. I'll explain closer to the time. Diana and Alice, you two will be pleased to know that we have pretty easily pinpointed where your heirloom is. It's a long sword known as the Azure Raven's Soulbreaker. The irony that the goddess that helped to bless this weapon is now one of your family tree members. Oh, the
Oh,
irony.
well, that's very nice.
Yes, well. Karina, you and your son, I will tell you a little bit later. But you're looking for the Infernal's Eternal Rest. It is a scythe that has been hidden in the abyss. Anyway, for you, Sarek, we're looking for the Ancestral Blossom. It is a fan. And you hear a little bit of a giggle coming from the back as you hear a little bit of a giggle come from the back as Sarek seems very amused by the fact that his family tree, this one thing he's looking for is basically a very powerful fan. Anyway, your amusement as we move along. Muzok, the Feyblaze Decimator. For both you and Sarek, your heirlooms are in the Feywild. One is guarded by Titania, the other one guarded by Valfern. So, and Locus looks at the members of Group U who are all sitting along one bench. I hope that the meeting the gods of male and female fertility were on your bucket lists. Because you're going to end up meeting them eventually. Yeah, it would be great to meet Valfern again. Yeah! Yes, Muzok. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
You should be pleased you're in the present.
Anyway. One of these heirlooms, annoyingly, we've already figured out where it is, and apparently we have it. Which is the savior of the goddess. Say, the Crystallia is in the room. Do any of you recall that really interesting-looking sword that Rose had?
Yes.
It's that. She's had it the
Yes.
whole time. So we find her, we find the heirloom.
That's very typical, Rose.
Yes. The only issue is I don't know where she is, so that's a neat.
That's also very typical, Rose.
For the only remaining Binius in the room. Penton. Your family tree's heirloom, the phantasmal swan song, is hidden in the plane of shadow, from what we've managed to track down. There's very little information revolving around it, but presume that it's going to be something illusory. Unfortunately, the Necrotic Lifebinder and Annihilating Cataclysm are in the cult's possession. There is nothing we can do about that until we can find where the Lilium Beast cult's base is. Ziffy, you and Xanis. The Ghost Walker Mooncleaver. It's a sword of some kind. I do believe it's a katana. In reference to your family tree being the ninja bloodline.
Interesting. I'm not a big sword guy, but I can make it work.
Well, you've already the frozen cross has been up on the wall for a while, so you know.
Oh yeah, that needs dusting.
The heirloom that myself or Xanis will be wielding, we have no information on. And Nova speaks up. Pretty sure we do. And Lupus has a very gentle grip on Nova's shoulder, and you can see claws digging in ever so slightly. For those of you that are more observant,
Brett.
you don't have to say to them about how little information there is in those manuscripts. We'll figure it out later. We just gotta find where it is, and all will be good. But until then, we'll have to figure it out. Anyway, and Lupus moves his hand off of Nova's shoulder. The Solma heirloom. Gelda has gone to go and find the rest of his family, but if we happen to find him, or find them, then we'll have to just figure it out as we go. But it is a whip known as the Converging Endbringer. And apparently, there is a portal into the plane of avatars somewhere on Reveney, but we've had no luck finding that.
Is he gonna be okay on his own?
Hmm?
If he's...
Who, Gelda?
Yeah.
Well, I have some personal opinions on what/where he's going, but he'll be fine. Anyway, moving on. Alec, you'll be helping us with the situation in Ishtath, as your village's elder and his sons, the time sages or chronomantic sages. The heirloom known as the chronomantic paradox, I believe it's a staff or a rod of some sort, is hidden on the plane of Mechanus. So that'll be an interesting one to find out. But,
Do I know anything about the plane of Mechanus?
Basically think of it as the one plane where everything is either mechanical or steampunky themed. Basically, if it's a machine, it's probably there.
It's a steampunk level. It's our steampunk level. I love that.
Yeah, basically think big steampunk vibes. Anyway,
Okay.
Miss and Mr. Lavanda, or Kay and Lilac, we'll be looking for the Starlight of the Eternal Healer. However, it is on the plane of Judge Zilm. I'm sure you're aware of what that entails. Yes, I'm aware. Lilac speaks up. I'm very much aware of what's going to happen there, and I would like to immediately request that only me and my daughter go there, for the sake of not ending up with multiple people disfigured when we come back out.
Disfigured?
Okay, sure. I'll explain it to the groups. Well, I'll explain it to you all later. It's a lot of different things to explain. There are only 2 more left to share, and one belongs to our Elmdons, Gareth and Orion. It is Umbrelosis' Pantheonic Grimoire. It is the spellbook that belonged to Umbrelosis, that is currently buried somewhere in the Clockwork Ruins. We're currently working out what section of it it's hidden in. And then the last one, the one that's going to make everybody very unhappy with it. And that is the Emeraldus heirloom, the Green Sage family tree. The Jade Infinity Breaker. It is a hammer.
Such a cool name.
And it's on the island of Tempeal.
Oh no!
Oh no, I was gonna say, Aurolus, you're so lucky you get a hammer, but
Oh!
It will likely be one of the easier places to get to, because we know exactly where it is, and the pinpoint location down to the city that it's in.
well, that's good that we don't have to run around Temple.
But you will have to get onto the island.
Oh.
That's not exactly easy to begin with. It's some.
We will have ways of getting past it. However, I hope that the group you alongside Meraxus will be sent there when you do choose to go there. We will figure out as a collective conference hall what heirlooms we want to try and go for at what times. However, I should make you very, very clearly aware that the green sage heirloom is currently being studied by the scientists in Midgar, the capital city of Tempeal, and it is currently being studied as a catalyst for what I believe they described as some sort of a reactor. So I hope you like large explosions, because you may be
Sometimes.
you may be helping out the rebellion group there, whose name I shall not speak aloud, for the sake of not making Zippy over there, who Lupus looks over to Zippy, who is very immaturely giggling to himself.
Why? What is it called?
We'll find out.
What?
Come on.
I'll explain later.
Yeah, just precious.
Stick a cork in it. Lupus very quietly growls out. But it's being used to power a reactor, so, you know. The current members of this conference, you will all be given a position to stay in here, and you will all be granted the services of the guild's chest. Outside of this, anyway, I would hope that everybody is ready for what is to come. It's not going to be an easy fight. And for those of you who are not Bloodline members, Marianne, I've got something in particular for you, and you, Karina, and yes, Ashtor as well. Diana, I have your old gear. I got in contact with your gods, and managed to recreate some of the weapons and armor that you wore during the Slaven saga, as the books call it. So.
Wow, are these being handed back to me?
Yes, I am currently just making sure they're all magically stable and not going to explode for no reason.
Well, that's good. I wouldn't want them to explode.
I wish I could explode. Lupus mutters that under his breath. Anyway. I will ask you all to distribute out, and once the time comes for us to mobilize, after we have figured out what is happening, well, we'll figure it out from there. Let's put it that way. You are all dismissed, except for you, Penton. You and I are going to have a short conversation.
Yes, God master.
And I'm presuming everybody disbands from the room and returns to their spaces.
Can I whisper good luck to Penton before leaving?
I want to imagine that as we walk past, we all just go, good luck.
Good
Yeah,
luck.
yeah, we do.
Good luck.
Orion gives a solemn nod to Penton.
A solemn nod.
Orion's been here for like a couple of hours and has already figured out that's the guy.
He's
don't
got the
fuck
vibe.
with. He's gonna kill me. So good
Yeah.
luck. Anyway, that is
He's
where
written everything down.
that is where I'm going to end today's session. What will be happening is after today, we'll be going on break until about late January, early February, so we have time away for the
Wow.
holidays. However, when we return, it will be back into full swing. So,
Oh
we
man.
will see you soon.
Yay!
See you all soon.
Bye.
Farewell.
Bye.
Bye.